dig this.
There we go! Hey guys, welcome back to Dry Racing. And today we're back working on the Duster and kind of continuing on with the suspension upgrades and fixes. Today we're working on the rear shocks and we'll kind of get into that. But real quick, show you guys some I guess upgrades from what we had. We ended up breaking the door handle on this car because, you know, the stuff inside's, you know, really old. And now it works from the inside. Real cheap Dorman brand, like $7 universal kit. A bunch of plastic. There's a plastic piece that broke on both sides, and so that's why they quit working. And then got a Race Quip 5-point harness in the car now, good to June of 26. So a little extra safety. So that's always a really good upgrade. But yeah, let's go to the back car and show you what we're working on today. So as you can see, we have a few different holes here. Originally in these cars, these were the stock holes for the rear shocks. But I guess the common thing was to put air ride suspension in the back of these.
Like an air shock, yeah.
Yeah, and that tends to blow out the holes, so then it looks like they drilled new holes and mounted them there.
Previous Dodge owner.
Yes. And those got blown out, so then the next owner or whoever welded in a piece of angle iron underneath there, and that's where our shocks are bolted to now. If you ever seen them, you know, shocks should be, you know, straight up and down, or just bars are like this. They're like not
two different angles. Yeah, it's terrible.
Not ideal. I mean, they were working. So because of that, we had to use a Fox body shock on the back, as opposed to the actual shock for a Duster. And seeing the difference, the shock for the Duster actually has a lot more travel. Looking back through videos, Undercar GoPro, it seems like maybe we're running out of travel, maybe on those shocks, so this can't hurt. So what we're kind of doing is we have a new mount, or new top mount. We're gonna go to the factory spot and put this in there. We're gonna have to probably cut some of this out, and we're pretty much bolting to that angle iron that's under there. And hopefully that's the route that'll work. All right, as you guys can see under here, there's a significant difference in the way these are set up. But we did mark where it's actually supposed to be with that factory hole. So obviously we're gonna have to take the shocks off, and we're gonna end up cutting into the top, and you can see this angle iron here where we're actually gonna be bolting to.
So we're going to cut some of the steel out right here to give us room for the top of the shock, and then bolt right through here, through the backside. It's pretty heavy angle iron, and it's welded to the frame pretty secure.
Yeah.
So we'll do one side and then get the other.
We left off of it.
All right, so what's the plan here, Ricky? You're going to get us some clearance?
Yeah, initially we were thinking about using the grinder, but now we're kind of thinking to go the hole saw route, just to get a big chunk cleanly cut. And
that should give us enough clearance.
I think that's about the right size, I believe, because it's right up against the angle without, might be rubbing up against it, but I think that size might work.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
So that got a little interesting. As you saw, we start with the grinder, then we move to, or I guess start with the hole saw, move to the grinder, then went to a step bit, went to the Sawzall to get a hole big enough to get that even in there. We still got to tighten it up, but it's in now. And I don't know if we ever showed when we put these things on actually, but there's everything we could do to push this on with that all that rubber on there, just for the fact it wasn't made for this car. And it's, you can see here, it's already significantly stiffer to...
I'll show that again, Ricky.
As you can see here, it's already significantly better or I guess harder to push in compared to the other ones. So if anything, it's way more of an upgrade. So we might get the puller on this and rip this off so we can get that one all wrapped up.
All right, we've been at this for what, 2 hours?
For a while.
It's been a while, yeah, and we're making a mess back there.
So now it's gonna look ugly. Maybe patch it up from the top side to make it maybe look better to cover the hole. But for the other side, I think it's more of just getting after it, and the Sawzall might be our best friend for that. Now that we know what we're kind of doing. Well, it's completely on, tightened down, and the difference in travel is incredible. Look at that one compared to that one. That's a lot more travel. So that hopefully will equate to a lot more planting when we take off. So at this point, I think we're going to set it down on the ground and see where we're sitting in terms of how much or where we're sitting on the shock themselves.
See if we're bottomed out or not,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's in about the stock location and about, how far over it needs to be. So, and these are 4 dusters, so I'm assuming it should be fine, but before we do completely tear apart the other side, maybe look.
All right, let's get this thing on the ground. Okay, we're nowhere near bottomed out. We're looking good here. And a lot less travel with the Mustang shock, but not bottomed, but not a lot of room. I think we're going in the right direction.
Well, this side took all of 20 minutes, now that we know what we're doing. I think we made a little bit smaller hole, which will help when we're trying to clean everything up from the top side, because I think we're going to do some patching for the holes that we made. But I think overall, this is a significant improvement from the standpoint of a lot. I think the other shocks were just kind of blown out anyways.
Yeah, especially the driver's one was really bad.
Yeah, so having fresh ones in there is great anyways, but for the fact that these have a lot more travel, they're going to be stiffer because of the angle they're sitting at. And then, yeah, I think our 60 foot should be able to improve off of this. I don't see how it couldn't.
All right, good job.
So yeah, guys, literally took all day to do this. Had we known what to do initially from the beginning, it's about an hour job, but we didn't. But the new shocks are in, everything's all good, or appears to be. So we're just about a month away from racing season starting up. I believe April 13th, we're going to I-29 Raceway in Council Bluffs to do some roll racing with the Fiesta. Then April 27th, we're going to a test tune at Cedar Falls Raceway to get more so get the all the suspension dialed in for the Duster, since nothing else really changed. Get the front shocks the way we want them and everything. And then the first points race of the year is May 20th. That's a Sunday. And May 19th is the first test and tune at Tri-State. So a lot of stuff coming up. A couple months out from the first points race, but racing is coming up real soon. So hope you guys subscribe to the channel, because there's like I said, a lot of racing coming up. Full points season coming up. So hopefully subscribe, follow along with that, like the video. See you in the next one.